Anishinaabe man. He carried mail from Grand Marais to Two Harbors and back. With teams of four they conquered that nasty North Shore track. His dog teams carried mail across the frozen winter land. And over icy mountains as only good dogs can. John Beargrease, Anishinaabe man. John Beargrease, a North Shore mailman. For 20 years John carried mail till they built a road. In 1899 John carried his last load. In 1910 a storm arose, a nasty Great Lakes gale. John went out and rescued that man who carried mail. And John got sick and paid the price for being so brave. At home in Beaver Bay, that's where you'll find his grave. Now we have a dog sled race that carries on his name the John Beargrease Marathon of Winter fame. North shore of Gitchigumi is where the race is run. But the hills above Sawville is where that race is often won. 500 miles of hills and snow will test the dog teams hard. For moves and other dangers you'll have to stay on guard. John Beargrease, the dog sled marathon. John Beargrease, his name lives on and on and on. Mushers come from everywhere to challenge this trail. Some will succeed, but many others fail. Winters on the North Shore are often cold and bleak. This race is for the very strong and not for the weak. So if you come to race this trail, remember from the start, this John Beargrease Marathon will test you very hard. John Beargrease, the dog sled marathon. John Beargrease, his name lives on and on and on. John Beargrease, his spirit is still strong. I'm going to change this up a little bit, and I'm going to do an old John Denver song on this one, written about 1971. And it's a song that if he hadn't written it, I probably would have done something like it. For many years, it was kind of my anthem while I was living out of my backpack, traveling around the West. And the name of this song is All of My Memories. So, with apologies to Mr. John Denver, we'll give you my version. It's a little different. I guess we're ready. memories lay in the life of the highway. All of my time in old hotels, sleeping all alone. All of my days on the road with no one beside me. All of my dreams of a place I can call home. Somewhere in the shade, near the sound of the sweet singing river. Somewhere in the sun, where the mountains make love to the sky. Somewhere to build me a faith, a farm and a family. Somewhere to grow older, somewhere a reason to try. 'Cause I'm tired of big cities and so tired of big city ways. The scratching of sunset, walking around in a maze. Some sweet taxi dancer trying to save me from being alone. Oh, it's much worse than lonely, there's no place I really call home. I want my own home. So I'm leaving the city life, in my mind I'm flying away. I'm leaving tomorrow, all of the old yesterdays. I'm leaving the trash cans, bright lights, and telephone lines. I'm leaving my sorrows, all of my memories behind, to see what I'll find. Somewhere in the shade, near the sound of the sweet singing river. Somewhere in the sun, where the mountains make love to the sky. Somewhere to build me a faith, a farm and a family. Somewhere to grow older, somewhere a reason to try. Somewhere to grow older, somewhere to lay down and die. Thank you. You guys are pretty good, aren't they? We only had 2 days practice. And they're staying with me. Well, we did a song about somebody else's relative, and now I'm going to do one about my great-grandmother. Some of you may have heard the song before. It's about a young girl, Saagijiiwagaabowiik, who was captured on a raiding party in 1875 by Eskimos, taken up north to Hudson Bay, sold as a slave, and 3 years later escaped and walked all the way back from northern Hudson Bay across Canada. So this is a story about Saagijiiwagaabowiik. Saagijiiwagaabowiik was just 15 years old. She and another were kidnapped by 6 Eskimos so bold. The other girl did not want to go to a far-off northern land, and so she fell upon her knife and died by her own hand. Saagijiiwagaabowiik did what she was told, and so because she chose to live, her story can be told. Now they took her far away up to Hudson Bay and sold her to an older man had come alive. Now she had some hope. She took her 2 young children and then she stole away. She paddled off as far away as she could from Hudson Bay. She hid the boat in the brush and began an awful trek, hiding from all she saw, not wanting to go back. Lost and doesn't know which way she must go. Her young friends came in a dream and told her how to know. Whichever way you're facing when you wake up each day, that's the way to travel and you'll find your way. Through that spring and summer and on into late fall, she struggled through that wilderness till she had no strength at all. Saagijiiwagaabowiik collapsed on a river shore. Weakened by starvation, she could